Ay, 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 ay. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I've been scrambling to get this thing going here. Hold on, I gotta reset my microphone setup here. Then, of course, OBS doesn't update. Always issues. I don't know. It's very rare that I can launch a stream without issues. There's always something popping up. What is going on? Good to see everybody here. We are finally back in the 727. Yes, Wignut, this livery is absolute juice. USA Jet USA, I believe, is the call sign. They are, I think they're still actually operating Fokkers. Do they still run the 7.2s? I don't think they run the 7.2s anymore. But this livery, I saw it come out, Hughes by Horizon. He has a livery pack for this, and it's absolutely fantastic. I chose this one here with the messed up cargo door. Well, it looks like a replaced cargo door, and they got the little. It just looks good. It's beat up, it's dirty, it's old. Absolutely love it, and we're gonna have some fun today with that. So. Good to see everybody here in the house. Chase B, Kyle, Zach Lewine, Chandler, Digital Merc, Fubar, Harish, Joe Johnson, many more. Appreciate you all. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just trying to get some things here sorted. They still use it? They still run the 7.2? That's awesome. Okay, well, good deal then. It's one of the few left that are still operating. So awesome to see this one. It's into Niagara Falls. Yeah, so this route, I don't know if it would necessarily be doing this going down into Toncontin, but I didn't for that. We don't have any. I don't think there's any Mexican 7.2 operators, I'm not sure if there was like I don't know, Mexico cargo or anything like that. I'm not sure, but we're just on a contract trip. We're making our way down into Honduras. It should be a fun one. The approach down there is going to be spicy as always. I haven't even looked at it. Haven't even practiced. I also wanted to get my scenery set up, but that didn't happen. I had to figure out what Cancun I had. I guess I had the Mako Sim Cancun, but I couldn't find it, so I bought it again. Went to install it. It wouldn't let me install it. Said the sim was running, so I restarted the computer, then relaunched the sim, and I forgot to install it, and here we are. So we have default Cancun, and Mako Sim you owe me $15 because I bought it twice and I still don't have it. So just kidding. That's on me. I didn't install it when I rebooted the computer. So we're default Cancun, and we're also going to be default Honduras because guess what? I was going to install that as well before the stream, but that didn't happen. So it's going to be a stream of default airports, but that's okay because it's Microsoft Flight Sim and the scenery is still juice, and we're in the lovely 727, which is going to be fun. I'm sorry, guys. Do apologize. I'm just a little bit behind. I mean, I got back from getting my medical this morning, and then something came up. I had to do some testing for. I've been flying another airplane all day, doing some testing stuff, but which I'll fly later on this week. I'm sure I'll fly it. But I got distracted with time, so it just ran up on me. So I apologize for the delay. But we're ready to have some fun, and we also have. Is the camera going to be on? Oh boy, let's see. Did I mess up the camera? I think I did. Hold on, give me a second. I still have to get a better camera setup for this. We have the Cat 3 design Boeing Tiller, and this thing is awesome. So you guys are familiar with seeing the 320 tiller that I have, which is a ton of fun. I love that 320 tiller. This is the Boeing version, and we're going to have to fly a 777 because anytime you get a tiller, it's always more fun to fly a really, really, really long airplane. But this one is still going to be awesome on the 727. I'm very excited to give this puppy a whirl. I just bound it up, had it calibrated. It should be good to go. So it should be a pretty juicy little stream down to Honduras. So we'll save that for pushback. Mr. McDo, thank you for the $10 super chat, my man. Sounds like you need some bourbon. Hey, Mr. McDo, I really appreciate that. I sure do. I need to celebrate. Got my medical set up for another year. We're good to go. And tonight we're doing a little Cowboys preseason football party with some steaks and everything after this stream. So I will pick up some bourbon on the way home. Thank you, Mr. McDo. Appreciate you. Thank you for the $10 super chat. And let me go ahead and unmute that box as well so we can have that alert box back up and running if it does decide to pop on. So does it have the fidget spinner? What do you mean, like the spinny thing on the top? Yes, but the spinny thing on the top is connected to, let me show you. well, it's connected to the cable because I have a hat switch on this one here. There's a little hat switch on this one. I don't know if you can quite see that right. So there's a cable that runs up to the top, so you can use this hat switch to bind views and stuff, which I haven't bound just yet. But I mean, it's so smooth. And if you have your A320 tiller, you know it's a high quality, made to order setup. So it'll be a very, very interesting to taxi on out with that. I can't wait. So without further ado, though, we've got some things to do. We need to get the 727 fired up. This is the latest update version, which I haven't even flown since the last time we streamed, and then I went on vacation. So I've been out of the loop here. Why can't I pull out my... Oh, there it is. I was wondering why I couldn't pull out the kneeboard. We're going to download our flight information from SimBrief, Cancun to Honduras. That's going to take 11 minutes, and that's going to take 7 minutes, so we will get that ready to go here as soon as we power up. I guess we'll go straight into an APU setup today. So let's close the battery switch. We'll put you on APU, and we'll run over here, and we will do a fire test. Is it 21 and 19 coming out next week? That is what I have been told. Reset once. Reset twice. I saw the post in the Discord. The Discord is going nuts. And I told you, chat, I figured that that the 321, 319 would release when I'm at work, right? I've been off pretty much this whole month. I had training at the beginning of the month, and then I had 1 week of flying, which is next week. So go figure. I don't know what day. It's either going to be Monday or Friday, because those are the 2 days I start trips. I start a trip on Monday and I start a trip on Friday. So I hope they release it on Thursday. I'm off on Thursday. That would be sweet. But I don't know if I'll be that lucky or not. I'm sure everybody wants it on Monday, which, who knows? I mean, it seems like from the pictures they sent in that Discord post, it seems like it's pretty much ready to go. But I'm very excited about that. All right, we'll close the APU gen. We'll get some power here on the aircraft. That's on APU. Everything else is on APU. Go essential, galley 1 there. We don't need any external power. We'll go ahead and get the bleeds open, get the packs on, some air conditioning here. It is hot in Cancun. We also need to open up our cargo door. So I'm going to pop that panel out, and we'll power up this. We'll open up the cargo door. We'll warp through here. Hey, Ron, good to see you, man. Happy Saturday. I'm drinking in my garage with my cat. Hey, keep you. That sounds like a good deal, man. That sounds pretty good to me right about now. The 321 double-slotted flap looks sick. Just need sharklets. Yes. I actually didn't see, y'all, I haven't read that long blog post. I skimmed it, looking at the pictures and the changes and stuff. Was there a mention of sharklets on this update? Or is that going to be TBD? I haven't read the full blog post yet, so I only looked at the stuff where they have the jet pumps and stuff. I mean, leave it to I knew all along. Fenix is not going to leave any stone unturned. They got all the little details ironed out. They got the jet pump, the transfer pumps from the regular electrical fuel pumps. They got all the stuff. Later, no time frame given. Okay. All right. Well, that's all right. We can still. I mean, that's fine by me. That actually looks. I mean, I don't know. The sharklets on the 321, yes. 319 with CFM with sharklets, like the American Airlines version, is all right. It's all right. It's not the greatest, but let's go ahead and do a ground interconnect here. We'll pressurize. Well, actually, no, we don't even need to do that. We got the upper cargo door open. That looks fine, but we need to come up here and do this. We'll reset you. That looks good. We'll get that on. No ATC for us, but we'll squawk 2000. And then we're going to get right into SEVA planning, because I haven't even preemptively looked at the SEVA yet, which is something that we need to take a look at. So let's go ahead and real-time fuel, real-time load. That's all done. We need to get our radio master switches on as well. I think I'm most excited for the Bluebird 7.5, and the iFly 7.3 is looking sick. I haven't seen anything for the iFly 7.3. I know there's been a lot of talk about it, though. Does American have 319s with IEs? Yes, but no sharklets. So the only sharkletted 319 in the U.S. is going to be a CFM version. I do not know who runs an IAE Sharklet 319. Maybe somewhere in Europe. Currently, not, currently. All right, that said, you know what I need to do, Chad, is I need to turn on my yoke. Hold on, give me a second. So I'm so used to using Moza, I need to get my 727 yoke connected. Yeah. They've been mostly showing the cabin, but the attention to detail is ridiculous. Yes. Oh yeah, systems depth is going to be there, and there's no doubt about it, dude. A stream of V1 sim is exactly what the doctor ordered. Hey, pilots for pause, good to see you, man. Alright, 727. Profile, initialize. Alright, my yoke is up and running, good deal. Okay, let's come down here. And actually, before we do all that, let's get Navigraph ready as well, so you can see Navigraph charts. We've got a short flight plan that's going to mimic, well, we're going to be able to use some old school nav, just the VOR nav, and then we're going to have to use our INS for a couple things here. So let's unload this one here. Let's do an import from Simbrief, Cancun to Toncontin. Merida's online? Is that Muffa? Oh, I just see MMD. What center is that? That's going to be 28.3. I'll put that in my radio. Thanks, Aaron. Or who was that? That was Zippy. Thanks, Zippy. 128.3. Let me spin that in on my SATEC radio camera. 128.3 is good. All right, let's go to work, Chad. This is where it gets really boring, but you are just as responsible for these waypoint entries as me. So we're going to go to the standby pause. We're going to move this over to position. And we're actually going to, we're going to standby pause. We're on 0. Let's view our Simbrief OFP. Captain Canada, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. I knew you were flying you were flying 7.8 earlier today. I was listening a little bit. I was driving to get my medical, and I saw you were live, so I was listening to 7.8. The Bravo airspace? That seems pretty interesting. I don't think I've heard of that, so that's a pretty sweet deal. I'm going to have to look at that. It'd be nice to have a high-quality 7.8, right? It seemed like you were enjoying it. Good to see you, man. All right. For our waypoints, let's do our highlighting method first, because I like we'll start out here with our position is going to be green. We're just going to use Cancun International. All right, and then we're going to go to our waypoints. We'll make those red. So Cozumel VOR, that's going to be one waypoint. I'm trying to think if I can skip all this because this is all on an airway. I know Talag, that's going to be a key waypoint for us on the INS. I'll tell you what, let's do one. How many would that be? 1, 2, 3. That's not very many. Let's go ahead and do IPTIG. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. SAP, we definitely need this one here, La Mesa. 6, 7. So we'll have 7 waypoints, and waypoint 8 will be the destination in green. Good, so we don't have to run 9+ on that. Nowhere near the levels of Fenix PMG any builds, but it does fly very nice. Very cool, man. Yeah, I'm going to definitely check it out. I've been getting the wide body itch here a little bit. I might actually have to get back in that 777 though. I know you flew it quite a bit, but I haven't. I need to do some more 777 flying. I do enjoy that airplane. All right, we are highlighted up. Double check our route here. So we're going to be Cozumel, ITPIG. We could probably skip a couple of those, but because it's Microsoft Flight Sim, we should probably use the INS because we may lose that VOR across the Gulf there. So we'll load them all up as planned. But first and foremost, position alignment, which is our first green box. So let's go ahead and enter that. We're going to be in the northern hemisphere, 2102, 210. Whoops. 20. Whoops. North 2102. Decimal 6. We almost screwed that up right out of the gate. Insert, followed by west 8652, 86524. insert. Beautiful. Align. Desired track status. It's in the alignment mode. We shall let her align. And while it's aligning, I know you can apparently do your waypoints now while it's aligning, but I want to do a couple other things here as we get ready for start. We don't only need the hydraulics anymore. We'll get rid of those. Let's take a look at our pressurization. We're going up to 28,000 feet. I'm not sure why so low. 28,000 feet though. If we look at our chart here, we need 2.8 psi or 2,800 cabin altitude. All right, 28 is set on the cabin altitude. That looks good there. APU is running. We got galley power on one. I should have opened these full here. We'll go ahead and open those. Mackin, that's UAL 18. Yeah, Zippy's got it right. UAL 18 is the cabin form, is the Simbri format. All right, those are all opened up. Wonderful. How are we looking? 75. A couple other things here. We got 2,000 on the squawk. What we can do is we can do the overheat test. The power on test. No. There we go. Window heats. And then I thought there was another test up here we ran. We'll check the bulbs. Those look good there. And you can check left and right. Unload those. Check these bulbs here. Make sure everything is working. That looks good. We already did our rudder. That's going to stay open. That's armed. We're 2,000. Fasten seat belts and no smoking. Those can come on. And we're not ready to start, so we'll leave the fuel tank pumps off. All right. Let's finish loading up here. We're 75. I think it's actually going to take a longer time to align, so let's give it a test. And let's go ahead and start doing our waypoint alignment as well. Oh, Wingnut dropping a $10 super chat. Wingnut, my man, appreciate you. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Appreciate or digging all the Boeing content lately. Hey, man. Well, appreciate the $10 super chat. Wingnut is our new residential 737NG driver. So spill the beans for you, man. Hope things are going well. Hope you enjoy that 7.3. When you do, I think you got to be getting. You said it was August, right? In training? Are you in training right now? Man, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Appreciate you, man. There'll be more Boeing content to come. There will be more Boeing content to come. I'm having too much fun with this airplane to not fly it. All right, let's load in Cozumel North 2030.4, 2030.4, insert, followed by West 8654.7, insert. That's good. Let's scroll it down to Itpig. So waypoint 2 will be Itpig. Oh, you're in Sims now? It's so old. Oh man. Yeah, no more yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. In the sim now. Oh jeez. Well, I don't envy that. All right, 20058. No more trade table either. 20058. Insert West. 8659. 8659.7. Insert waypoint 3 is going to be Amida North. 1837.8. Insert West. 8718.1. Insert waypoint 4 Kirap North 1703.4. Insert West 8736.4. Insert waypoint 5. We're coming all the way down, almost done. Cordy North 1607.3. Insert West 8747. Did I already do that one? Decimal 4. I hope I didn't do that one twice, chat. Waypoint 6 is SAP. We need that one, La Mesa, so that's north. 1527.8. Insert west 8755.0. Insert waypoints. Uh-oh. I feel like I screwed up. Waypoint 7 after SAP is going to be TALAG. I don't know, Chad. I might have screwed something up. Maybe not. Because I said 8 would be our destination, so maybe I didn't. 1426.2 north. West 87.086. Insert. Destination of Toncontin is located north 1403.6. We might actually need that because I don't know what the weather is, but we can't do R&P approaches, and I'm pretty sure that's all they got in there. I think there's a VOR though. 87.13.0 insert. All done. I think that looks right. We got waypoint 1 on there. How is our desired track? Ooh, we're still aligning. It's taking a real alignment time. That is part of the update. So see how much longer it's taking to align? Now, I believe in real life, the closer to the equator you are, the faster it takes. But we're going to leave that in align mode. We'll leave that at 065. Let's take a quick look at the rest of our basic rad nav out of here. Do we have to contact Merida on 28.3 for clearance? I think we do. 28.3 for clearance. And we didn't file a SID, so that could be interesting. Looking at the SIDs, there's plenty of them. We're planning 1-2 right, non-RNAVs. So we'll probably get something like this. We're going to look at our VOR. Cancun will be 1136. We'll put that active nav 1136 right there. So straight out. And we're going to LIDEC, which is going to be the 187 radial. So 125 and then a right turn. Get rid of Navigraph. 125 on the initial course. Man, I don't have enough coffee for this, Chad. I can feel it already. It's been a long day for me. Just getting started. 125 on the course. And we can double up that DME. Let's go 13.6 here. 13.6 on active nav 2. So I got two of those, and we'll take a look at the rest of it here once we finish up. I wonder why is everybody white? Is my traffic messed up? I don't have any liveries. Oh, there's a couple down there, but I've seen a lot of white liveries. I don't know who this all white 7.2 is, but at least we got a 7.2 model, which is pretty nice. 321 stream when? Man, I don't know. Hopefully next week sometime. Oh yeah, Elena, I should have put the numbers next to it. Kyle Ferris, the V1 727 stream on my birthday. What a treat. Hey, well, happy birthday, Kyle. Happy birthday. Did someone just take off 3-0? I just saw an unknighted 7-3. Yeah, they're going the other direction. 319 stream first? Oh, Justin. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I'm going to be a 319 stream first. I think it's going to have to be a 319. Our logo lights are coming on. We're not going to start up, but let's call the center right now. Merida 28.3. We are up on 28.3. We are. Settings. Push to talk is not proper. Clear. Set new. Alright, okay. Alright, I think I got it set up now. Alright, let's turn our radio on VHF 1.
Center Jet USA 714, ready for pushback and start.
Jet USA 714, clear for push and start, call back ready for taxi.
Clear, push and start, Jet
DFW 38C, 0 winds, is that normal? Heck yeah, man. That would be oppressive for me. Yes, got it too. When I was going fishing last night, it was 107 degrees. 107 degrees on the drive down to the lake. And by 9 a.m. this morning, it was 95 degrees.
Bravo 3.
But it actually, no, I take that back. That was yesterday. This morning at 9 a.m., the wife and I went out on the deck, and or actually we were out there at 8 a.m. and it was only like 89, 88. It was below 90. So that was actually, oh, it's so nice. I think the high today was like 105. I think tomorrow it's going to be 107. Again, it's going to be hot.
United 1118, radar contact. Continue on the
Do any
runway heading,
US
climb
operators
maintain
have
level
non-shark
260, and when
Yeah,
ready,
yeah, Wingnut.
turn
There's a
left
couple.
direct to
Not very many anymore. American has a few. Does Frontier have non-sharklet?
upper correction uniform.
Spirit
Delta,
used to have them.
Golf,
Spirit's all
uniform,
321
Victor.
sharklet now. Delta's all sharklet. United, they don't have 321s. They're all sharklet, the ones that they do have, the XLRs. There's a handful of them out there, Wingnut. There's a handful. Merida, good afternoon. Jet USA 357 on the ground in Cancun. Like to get our clearance to Honduras.
Jet USA 357, I clearance request. Stand by.
Alright, let's get our charts up. So I'm not sure what he's going to give us here. Yeah, United's got 321 Neos. Yeah, but they all have sharklets. All the Neos come with sharklets. Wingtip fences are a thing of the past. So I'm assuming we're going to get the Lydec 2 Alpha departure would be my assumption.
And Jet USA 357, have your clearance ready. Copy.
Ready to copy. Jet USA 357.
Jet USA 357, clear to Toncontin via Cozumel. Golf 521, that is filed. Runway 30 left. Lead deck to Charlie departure. Climb and maintain level 280. Squawk 4263.
I didn't copy that. I screwed that up. I'm so sorry. I had my audio glitched on me. Can you repeat that for Jet USA 357?
No problem. Jet USA 357, clear to Toncontin via Cozumel. Golf 521, that is filed. Runway 30 left. Lead deck to Charlie departure. Climb and maintain level 280. Squawk 4263.
I'll report to the Toncontin Airport via Cozumel Gulf 521 as filed. Runway 30 left for departure. Light deck 2 Charlie. Climb flight level 280. Squawking 4263 for Jet USA 357.
Jet USA 357, feedback is correct. Call back, ready for push and start.
We'll call you ready for push and start. Jet USA 357 next. Yeah, I totally, when he said, it's just, I forget, Mexico is like a different format of the clearance. So like, my brain shut off. I didn't hear it. So what we basically got as filed, light deck 2 Charlie, is that what you said? 2 Alpha. So it's going to be the 2 Charlie, so we're 30 left.
So 254, runway 30 left. Wind
we'll go ahead
320 degrees, 6 knots. Clear for takeoff. Call when airborne.
Tell you what we'll do. Oh, active pause. Almost got us. We'll go ahead and kill the audio for a second. So we got to flip our navigraph around. So we're doing the 2 Charlie departures now. So it's still off Cancun, but now we actually got to do an arc. Great. 9 DME arc off 305 outbound, max speed 200 knots. So this ought to be fun. So 305 on the approach course. We're going to flip our needle around. On the departure course, rather. 305, still off Cancun. 305 is set. 9 DME arc. We're going to come all the way around. The top altitude is 280. He didn't give us a restriction, so we're going all the way up to 280 here in the altitude select window. Double check the magic barrel ref has been set. It has been. That's all done, and we are 045. We're almost fully aligned. It's getting a little. Let's open up the first officer's window as well. And squawk 4263. That's going to be up here. 4263. 4263. These stay off until we're ready for takeoff. We're still loading. We got logo, nav. That all looks good. Pretty much just sitting and waiting right now. I guess we can get one boost pump on for each tank as we get ready to start. Brighten up the panel lights here. Panel lights are set. Yeah, so now we're just waiting pretty much until we're done loading. Or actually, not even done loading. We're almost done. Wait for the INS. For the navigraph. Alright, there's our clearance. Hopefully don't screw it up. I made a joke about tightening the bolts while boarding at Boeing, and the flight attendant was not too happy. Well, I don't know why. She's probably... Because she probably agrees with you. That's why. Oh, look. We got a Mexicana over here. Gosh, I wish the scenery installed. I'm such a noob. literally repurchased the scenery. Wouldn't install it because INI manager said that the sim was running when it wasn't. And I was like, I need to reset my computer anyway. So I did a restart on the computer, and then I just went right into the sim and loaded up. Ay, ay, ay. You can click the green ready nav light and it aligns instantly? Really? Well, that's cheating. That's cheating, isn't it? What time is it? 4:30? What is this flight time? So we're doing a barbecue kick-out tonight. What's our flight time here on Sim Brief? Got to make sure we get this right here. Block is only an hour 19 now, so we'll be fine. So if we're airborne at 4, let's just say we're airborne at 4:40, be 5:40. Yeah, it'd be 6 o'clock. Perfect. Still 105 degrees out. I'm not even starting the barbecue until it's like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Cheat. Do it. I'm not cheating. Wait, how much longer will it take, A-Rot? What's the full align time? Convince me to cheat, A-Rot. We're at 35. But let's double check. So 0305. So we're going to make it a left turn at 9 DME for Cozumel. 12 more minutes? Oh, hell no. Okay, let's go ahead and cheat. 0 for 5. Nav mode is on. Beautiful. But just before we go, hold on. Like I said, we got to be good pilots, right? We only set up 2 nav radios. What else can we use? After LIDEC, we're coming out to the Cozumel VOR, which is 1112.5. So let's go ahead and be proactive. 1112.5 in the standby. We're also going to need a nav off 1112.5. So we'll actually get Cozumel on both. And that'll be a long airway all the way down until eventually we hopefully get a SAP on 13.9, which we don't have yet. So, all right, I'm comfortable with all of that. Let's close up shop and get ready to departure. Departures 30 left. I'm going to keep this page up. And you know what? What am I doing with Navigraph here? One of my favorite parts of this airplane is the chart tab with the tabs. So Cancun, love it. Taxis, airport briefing, nope. Okay, full screen view, new tab. Love this feature. Absolutely love this feature. SID, 30 left, non-RNAV, full screen. There she is. We'll actually zoom it into what we want right here. All right, that looks good. Pre-flight, everything is finished there. Let's go to our takeoff conditions. Runway 30 left. Update the weather. Set EPR and trim. Set speeds. We're looking good, chat. We got 34, 34, 35 on the speeds. Looking for 1.99 on the EPR, which is already bugged. Let's close up the door and get out of here. Oop. 4 to 0 is 3.8 minutes per tick down. Oh, wow, okay. Let's do Armadillo Carrillo flight. Only Mexican able to ferry Guatemala with butts. Good deal. You're going to get me in trouble, my man. Oh, yeah. Shh. All right, shh, shh, shh. Get ready. Here's the juice. We might have to have a cargo door emoji. Get ready for the juice. Ready? Shh. And then those J-hooks come down. Ah, I love it so much. All right, cargo secure. This is not Aero Supra, so we're not going to be 50,000 pounds overweight. We'll go ahead and depower the switch here. We're closed up. We're ready to go. We're ready to start. Let's get the beacon on. Let's come back over here. Let's go ahead and kill the packs. Engine bleeds open. 1, 2, and 3. APU bleed is on. We have start pressure. 1 boost pump in each tank. Hydraulics are off. Let's crank them. 1, 2, and 3. Grounding. Let's go. Let's count 1. Let's do it 1, 2, 3. Let's just go 1, 2, 3 this time. What the hell? Grounding 1, here we go. Starter valve open. Starter valve closed. 100% N2. Oh, Steven, I gotta fly the Felix just for that. You ready to drop some trips? I can't, Jeff. I literally dropped my whole month, except this week, and that's when the Fenix is coming out. I did drop my entire month of September, though. I did drop my entire month of September, so we'll have plenty of time to fly. Starter valve open. Starter valve open. %, N2. There's our light off. Looks like they fixed the logic on that light off there. I think it was showing a light off or increase in UGT before fuel. Damn near a hot start on that one. Mr. Martini, what's up, man? About to pour you a cafe con leche? Oh, dude, I'm jealous. I could definitely go for a cafe con leche right now. Grounding 2, let's go. Let's close up shop, shall we? It's a little loud in here. Good evening, good UK evening. Hayden J. Robbins, good to see you, my man. Welcome on board, dude. There's 20%. I need to bind these cutoff levers to my Bravo. Need to bind them to like the coming out of the detent situation. I wonder if ProDes Sim is going to make 727 throttles. Actually, I do have some MD-11 throttles I could use. I ordered some. Wonder how those are. What's the cockpit like when it's 100 plus in real life? Hot, Al. Very hot. Sweaty. Airbus not terrible though. Airbus is not terrible, but even then, dude, even in the Airbus, it can be hot. Some airplanes just don't cool as well as others, especially if it's a heat-soaked airplane. You know, it's been sitting on the ramp for a couple hours with no air. It takes forever to cool. It takes forever to cool. All right, we got 3 good starts. We'll, I guess we'll go RTO there on the auto brakes. We'll get the rest of our boost pumps on. We'll get hydraulics A's on, hydraulic B's on. And we need to go Gen 1. Oh, no. Dang it, wrong. Gen 1. There we go, Gen 1 power transfer. Looking at Gen 2, Gen 3. Now we can go ahead and close them up. Essential to Gen 2, galley power's coming on. That all looks good up there. We'll get these packs on, we'll get 2 closed. And APU is coming off. HF1 coming back online. We're doing a flaps 15.
Mexicana 105, stay altitude leading.
Traffic 3195.
Mexicana 105, radar contact, continue with the lead X to Charlie departure, climb on
What happened to
level 340.
my juicy flap sounds?
Continue with departure straight to crew 340195.
Flap sounds aren't working anymore. Aw, they were perfect before. Flaps 15. Verify, we got a green light. Flaps 15, check. Trim is set. Brakes released, takeoff config check. That looks good. All right, let's give him a call. And Meredith Center, Jet USA 357 on the ground, Cancun, ready taxi.
Jet USA 357, runway 30 left, taxi via Charlie 1, short 30 left. QNH 29093.
Right. Taxi 30 left, Charlie 1, 29093 for USA, Jet USA 357. USA Jet or Jet USA? I can't remember.
Center Jet USA 714,
Jet
ready
USA.
Jet USA 714, runway 30 left, taxi via
Sad
Charlie
fly Navy.
1,
I know,
short
dude.
30 left.
Oh,
QNH
hold on, the chocks are still on.
29093.
Wait, are chocks on?
Taxi runway 30 left, Charlie 1, hold short of runway 30 left, QNH 29993 for Jet USA 714.
Oh yeah, look at this. My first taxiing experience with the Boeing Tiller. Shout out Cat 3 Design. The link is in the description if you're interested. If you fly Boeing and you want to experience what it's like to actually steer an aircraft on the ground, look no further than Cat 3 Design. I have their Airbus Tiller. I've loved it. And now they're actually based in the US, so it's a good deal. We'll cut the corner here. Oh, I'm gonna have to get used to this. This is so different than using an Airbus Tiller. Ah man, I didn't know we had a taxi all the way down to 3 zeros. I would have restarted the sim to get the scenery installed if that was the case. Hans, did I turn them all off after start? Let me go look. I did see a bunch of orange lights there. Let me go back. That shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't have orange lights. You're absolutely right. We're gravity feeding. All right, Charlie 1, 30 left. We'll hold short. Oh, this is nice. I love taxiing with this thing. Oh yeah, Steven, that was the reason I chose this livery. That really messed up cargo door. Gotta love it. Zippy, I'll see you there. It looks like you're already airborne. All right, we'll review our departure here on our way out. So we are looking at 305 until 6 miles. Turn at 6 DME at or above 800 feet, which shouldn't be a problem. If we're not above 800 feet, we got problems. So 800 feet above 6 DME, left turn for the 9 DME arc, all the way out to Lideck. We're eventually going to join the 187 outbound. So we're going to have a lot of twisting and turning that we got to do.
United 1118, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, Water. I forgot to put a post in the Discord. I've been scrambling, man.
No problem. Just let me know when you get back on track.
Oh yeah, we got a 7-2. I think that's that other Jet USA. So I'm gonna have to rotate the camera around to get the yoke cam on. Figured as much, Water. Somebody needs to make Kiwi International. Kiwi International? Kiwi International? You mean like key lime? No, I'm thinking key lime. Seth, I'm using, what's the VMR called? Defunct Airlines and one other one. At least we have a 17 model. But yeah, I do notice I'm missing a lot of liveries. Oh, it's the Iveo 727 traffic, I think, that you're seeing, Shakovic. Frederick Jackson, I'll have to Google it, man. I'm drawing a blank on that one. Early 90s? All right, what we're gonna do to help me out here, I'm gonna set my heading. Well, yeah, I was gonna set my HSI to the Lydeck radial, but I'm gonna need to be in heading mode. Gray shirt, I think someone posted in the Discord. I think Zippy might have actually posted it. Or Team Vodka. Team Vodka might have it as well. I think it's on the Flight Sim TO if you want to download it, though. I think it's just download it off Flight Sim TO. Frederick Jackson, I hear that, man. You and me both. Oh, wow. Lining this thing up is going to be... So this is crazy. It's so... Because my hand is so used to... My hand is so used to going this direction. So to do this windshield wiper motion is so different. All right, we're holding short. I'll tell you what we need to do as well. Let's run a...
USA 357, runway 30 left. Wind 320 degrees 6 knots, clear for takeoff, call whenever.
Runway 30 left, clear for takeoff, call airborne, Jet USA 357. All right. Let's go.
254. Centimere is offline, radar services are terminated.
Final light. Thank you, sir. I'm going to need it.
All
right, before takeoff checklists are complete. Lights are on. We'll get our probe heats. And we'll get our window heats.
So USA 827, Summit Stand 7, request push and start.
Jet USA 827, a clear for push and start, call back route taxi.
Clear push and start, call rate to taxi. Jet
Thank you,
USA.
Wingnut. Have a good dinner, dude. Take it easy, bud. Hey, that's not a terrible lineup for my first ever Boeing. Oh, yeah, that is terrible. Let's not look at it. Disregard everything I said. All right, we're clear for takeoff. Lights are on. Let's go. Let me rotate this around. Here we go. Spool them up, Fede. Yoga's in chat. Forward pressure on the yoke.
1118, fly direct to Echo.
Ground
Echo,
flight to
Bravo.
flight. Let's
Delta,
go.
Uniform Bravo.
Set takeoff thrust.
Correct, United 1118.
Bring back those two. 1 and 3 are a little hot. Bring them back.
80 knots.
Thrust is set.
Jet USA 714, runway 30 left,
Ah!
Runway 30 left, line of runway, Jet USA ground report.
Bit of a crosswind here.
V1. Rotate.
Positive rate. You're up.
Positive rate.
Fly with. Alright, we gotta pay. We gotta actually gonna be on this one here. Alright, gear handle up and off. I'm gonna do my own after takeoff. Alright, we're tracking outbound now on the 304 till 6 miles. Very good afternoon, Jet USA 357, 1,200, climbing via the Lydeck to Charlie.
Jet USA 357, for the contact, climb via the lead deck to Charlie departure. Continue with the lead deck to Charlie departure, climb and take off to 280.
Climb for level 280, continue on the departure, US engine 357. Alright, lower the nose. 10 degrees, flaps 5. Yeah, the flap sounds seem to be jacked up. Because they used to be almost perfect, remember? You had that. Alright, we're 4 miles, getting ready for the left turn. Flaps 0, flats are coming in.
American 1075, good evening for the contact, 542,
Alright, here is 6 miles. We're above 800 feet, 250 knots. Left turn now. Let's see if we can fly this. Twist 10, turn 20. Got 250 on the speed. We're climbing to 280. What was it, 8 or a 90 MER? Oh, there we go. It was a 8 or 90 MER. All right, we're looking perfect, actually. Dang, this is professional status. Twist more, 270 or 275. We'll keep the heading going. About 180. Oh my gosh, that's a spot on arc right there. That is a spot on arc, chat. Our outbound is going to be 187. So we got a ways to go. Keep twisting. I can't even begin to think about looking at the chat right now. Sorry, guys. Completely manual hand flying this. 90 ME. Right on the money. Hair close, that's okay.
Jet USA 714, runway 30 left, wind 320 degrees and 6 knots, clear for takeoff, call on airborne.
Runway 30 left, clear for takeoff, Jet USA 714, we'll call when airborne.
New heading will be about 150. Bang on. Then this is better than my IR check ride. Yeah, A-Rod, I think I saw you say it's about twist 10, turn 10. I'm turning a little more than 10 just because we're flying a little bit faster. Oop, there's that speed. Watch that. We weren't quite at 10 yet. Pitch up a little bit. But yeah, twist 10, turn 10, man. That's how I taught it. That's how I flew it. Man, I should know how to fly an arc. I flew freaking freight in a 99 for Let me get my heading load back over. Yeah, just don't run out of gas. That's a good point. All right, outbound was 187, so I'm going to set that now. 187, keep turning.
1 forward, contact, continue with the lead deck to Charlie departure, climb and maintain 50320.
There's
to
10,
Charlie, I thought we were
270 on the speed.
Sorry, say again for Jet USA 714?
I thought we were on the Alpha 1 function departure for Jet USA
I'm actually going to
714.
run crew manager.
We can give you that too, Jet USA 714. Climb via the altitude
Do
1
the after
box
takeoff
departure
only.
with
Let's go ahead and come back to the right.
Roger, climb via the Alpha 1 function departure 50320.
Join the airway outbound. I should have turned in a little bit sooner there.
FedEx 205 Heavy, contact Houston Center 134.425. Have a great flight.
Over to Houston at 134 Boeing.
Yeah, the radio is probably too
Thank you for
loud.
excellent service, FedEx.
I don't know why it's so loud on stream. I've heard the playback. Ah, keep climbing.
827, runway 30 left, taxi Charlie 1, 30 left, 218, 9er 3.
This happens when I try to read the chat. We're close to the VOR, so don't chase it. I think we also got a little bit of wind there too, so we'll set up here on that 187 outbound. And I'm going to go ahead and start engaging. So we're going to go here. We're going to go navloc, arm the altitude, IAS hold. We can hide you. All right, let's take a look, see the damage that we've done here. All right, we're 300 knots. We can bump up our power a little bit. I had the power down there. I was a little nervous. Yeah, we're doing steep turns, A-Rod. Don't worry. Nobody on board to tell. All right, power is set there. We're tracking outbound Vorlock 28. My goodness. All right. Hey. Things are looking up, Chad. Things are looking up. Let me turn the sim down. All right, we're 300 on speed. Let me make sure my flight engineer didn't screw anything up over here since I did half of his flow. We are still in flight mode up to 28,000 feet. Packs are all set, so those are off. That looks good. All right. Whew. All right. What I miss? You know what I miss right now, though? I can tell you right out of the gate is I miss that Emery Worldwide air livery that we flew with. The flaps were just like, remember all the grime on the wing on that Emery Worldwide? That was a heck of a flight we did. Oh, look at that USA jet. Beautiful. Between the TFDI, MD-11, and the 7.2, which one would you recommend? PC-24. I'm going to try to remain as objective as possible because the 7.2 is my favorite commercial jet. I love all three holders, right? MD-11, L1011. My issue with the MD-11, and I don't know how else to explain this other than when I get in and fire it up, I think a lot of it has to do with sounds. I feel empty. It feels like an empty experience to me, and I don't know why that is. And like I said, I think it could have something to do with sounds. The sounds seem very FSX-ish and default-ish. All right, 29902 is set. For me, what's more fun to fly? The 727. It's more hands-on. It's also a lot older, right? You don't have glass. You don't have an FMS. You don't have VNAV. So it's a lot more challenging to fly, a lot more hands-on. And for the price point, man, I mean, $40 US, $42 US for the 7.2, it's great. It's great, man. I really enjoy it. The TFDI, for its current state, I feel it's lacking. I definitely feel that the TFDI MD-11 is lacking in its current state. I know they have plans of getting a bunch of failures and more simulation, and I'm going to continue to look forward to it, and I'll probably fly it more. I actually want to fly it again here soon just to see. I was hoping we'd have an FT Sim sound pack, but yeah, I don't know, man. What do you guys think that fly the MD-11? What do you think? We do have VNAV, though. His name is Bill, and he's a flight engineer in charge of doing all the math. Yes, that is correct. You actually do have a semi-VNAV on this in your flight profile. Here, you can set up a descent, and you can start the descent now, and it will actually do the descent for you. You know what we never did is check our fuel for takeoff. We needed 8877. I always like to verify that we had our fuel on board when we took off, and we sure do. We look good. It's all balanced. Bill is doing a good job. Looks like the red flood is working. Is the red flood working? Yeah, that's new. Or not new, just fixed, I guess. All right, what we do have to check, though, we can't get lazy. We're still 9 miles to waypoint 1. Desired track was 2 degrees. Well, that's not what we're going for. So we need to fix up our box here. Let's go ahead and go to our sim brief OFP. And its pig was 1, 2. So Cozumel was waypoint 1. Really? Cozumel was waypoint 1? And are we picking up Cozumel yet? On nav 2. Let's take a look. 12.5. I think we already flew over Cozumel. Yeah, we already flew over Cozumel. So, pig, we should be going waypoint 2. So let's come down here, let's go waypoint change 02 insert. 208. Yeah, that's basic, that's what we need. That's what we're looking at. So it's out in front of us. So it pig. So now let's pull up our chart, set our course line to back us up. Yeah, so we should be tracking the 19 or 2 radial outbound from Cozumel. So we're a little bit off here. Let's go, let's go heading, select. Turn knob, heading, select. Flip you over to Cozumel. And we need to select course line 19 or 2. And now we'll move our heading over. See what I mean about a lot of work? I took a 5-second break to read some chat, catch up with you guys, and we already blew past Cozumel. Push the rest of our power ups, we're looking good. We'll get back on it though. We'll set up an intercept heading. All the lights work now? Good. A-Rod, did you see or hear the flap situation back there? I swear the flap situation was not doing that before, because unless I screwed something up on my binds, I haven't changed anything though. All right, here comes our course line. So now we'll set it up and we'll re-engage Navloc. All right, Navloc is engaged. Now we're properly tracking outbound. And we're going to stay on that airway all the way down until SAP, which is 113.9. So we're no longer using anything over here. Let's set 1139. 1139. And I'll put it on nav 2 DME because I know we're not going to pick it up right now, but once we start to pick it up, then we'll be able to switch over and go over to rad nav mode. Okay, now I can take a breath. Now I can take a breath. Fly by wire.
105.
Roscoe, my man. Dude, is that you who texted me a wind wing stick? I think that was you.
Excellent service. Have a good day. 195.
It came up as a different name. Came up as a different name, but I think that was you, right? Because I saw you post you got the wind wing in the Discord, man. Good to see you. 32 months of support, man. Figured you'd be all over the Phoenix getting ready for the release of your favorite performer, the 319. Yes, no fly-by-wire today, fly-by rheostat. Yeah, we're flying by the rheostats today, and it's going to be some very interesting rheostat flying once we get down there towards Honduras. But good to see you, man. Hope you enjoy that new Windwing stick, man. I think you're right, man. That stick for the price point and the what appears to be a very quality grip. I haven't actually got to use one, but I mean, Windwing seems like they really came in and are serious about flight sim, Microsoft Flight Sim and Airbus, because that looked like a great purchase, man. I know XP72 also enjoys his. All right, we're at 280. I'm going to run the speed bug up now. We're going to go auto throttle on at our fancy USA jet here. Let's run this puppy up. Auto throttle engaged. Minor freak out. Throttles are coming up. Auto throttle will maintain hopefully about 8.0 Mach there, 8.2 Mach. We're going to be burning some gas. I don't know why we're stopped at 28, but that's fine by me. I know we don't have any people on board, but we'll go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off as well. Smoke them if you got them. Those are all off for 280. We're leveled up, cruising. Beautiful. All right.
In at 120 heavy.
Same electric pump sounds on the 7.3 Max today. Nuts to think about. Yeah, Aaron. That's what's crazy. I mean, it's yeah. When you look at the 7.3 Max and you compare it to the 737-200, I mean, you look at the overhead; it's almost identical. There's obviously some changes, and some things got changed, but to not have any advancements in how many years is that? So the 7.3 The first 737 was what, 1930s, and it's 2024. It's almost 100 years later. Let that sink in. Almost 100 years later, and they've got a lot of the same switches. Man. The bug of killing throttles after pause is extremely frustrating. Really, Matt? After pause? I haven't experienced that. I haven't been pausing anything, though. I recently got the F-28 going back in the chat here, and wow, that thing is so fun all the way different to these jets. Anthony, yeah, the F-28, it's one of my favorite birds in the sim, too. It's just as much work as a 7.2, honestly. You can make it be a little bit less work if you use like a GPS mode or anything, but it's right up there with flying the 727 in terms of workload. But just flight airplanes are awesome, man. I love all their stuff. Have I ever flown the FS Lab series? I have. McAllen said the MD-11 has no Spirit yet. All secondary engine instruments show the same value, for instance, and the fuel wind calculations are all over the place. And very interesting. Yeah. Well, I also noticed that our $30 million level D sims, the engine values are all copy paste. So I guess I got to stop harping on that. First 7.3 was 1967. The first 737? I guess you're right. Yeah, 1967. Yeah, 67. Well, so if it came out in 67, though, how many years in development? 50? 1950? Probably 50. I gotta Google it. Because it's probably late 50s, is 7 years to come up with an airplane. Maybe not. I don't know. How fast would the development cycle be in the 50s and 60s? Another BAE stream. Now that's an airplane I haven't taken out in a hot minute, Gray Shirt. Oh, Matt M. Going into controls. Yeah, so if you're going to do any controlling stuff, I would. That's why I rarely ever go into settings on stream. I try. If you want to set up controls, just load up at some airport, start on the runway or whatever, and just do your control stuff there before doing a flight. Try to get everything bound up, because I've had issues, not so much recently, but I have in the past, where like I go into the settings, I change something, and then just everything gets jacked up. So definitely, if you're going to be doing that, don't be doing it on a hardcore flight or something. I was tempted to grab it to do US Air Ops with the Fenix coming out. I know. So they didn't say, Gray Shirt, they didn't say, is the sim too loud for y'all? So I think I found out what the issue is here. Hold on. I'm going to mute something. Can you still hear the sim when I do this? Let me know if the sim is still. Can you still hear the sim in the background? I'm catching on to something here. Something in my OBS in like this new version, not sound doubling, but essentially sound doubling with a different screen. Yeah, you can hear it slightly. Okay, that's interesting. Very faintly. Okay, so it's actually off on my panel, so that sound is being rebroadcast through my OBS, which I need to fix. So if I go like this, now you won't hear anything. Okay, but I'll turn it up just a tad. It'll be good for a little. There's some tunes in the background here as we make our way down. Do you have open back headphones? I don't know. I just have a Razer Kraken headset, I think, is what I'm using. Oh, look at that. Look at the water down there. Yeah. What's up with the Microsoft made 707 talk? What are you talking about? I don't know, 707? There was a 707, 707 for X-Plane 12 coming out? Matt, we're all still learning, man. The sim is always excuse me, the sim is always changing. But Did somebody... Is 2024 have a release date? Microsoft Flight Sim 707 next month? What's 707 we're talking about? I gotta Google this. Hold on, let me check schedule. I gotta check my schedule though. I'm trying to hawk some open time trips. Because if I...
USA 357
that's us.
Centimeter is offline. Radar services are terminated. Frequency change approved. Have a nice flight.
Over to Unicom, thanks for the ATC, Jet USA 357. See ya.
Yep. Jet USA 714.
Alright, over to Unicom. Oh, Airplane Heaven? I've heard this song before. This song is... I think I like this song. This is a vibe. 707 MSFS. FS24 is November 19th. Very cool. Oh, Famous Flyer 707? We'll see. My initial thoughts on that, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll surprise us. Who knows, man? Oh, look at that shot. Top-down 727 view. But MSFS 24 coming out in November? Okay, so I really only have to scratch by what? We got September, October, end of November, though, 24th. I think I'm on vacation that week. Oh, no, November 19th. I can't remember if my vacation is before or after. I might actually have a week of vacation planned. As in, like, vacation planned as in not flying, not going anywhere. But, yeah, we're not going anywhere for a little bit. Oh, we can't. We don't want to play this song. Let's go this one. But I think that would actually be pretty cool. Screw top down, bottom up. Bottom up only looks good when there's clouds or something, though. Hold on. I'll do that bottom up for right now. The balloon song. Where are we taking the 319? BKG Blueface, that's a great question. I'm trying to think what 319 flight we should do first out of the gate. I think it's got to be... I wonder if they're going to have any America West US Airways paints for the 19 out of the gate. Upset 7-2. Does the Fenix work day one on Flight Sim 24? I don't know, Fubar. That's a great question. I do not know. I do not know. I think only Fenix knows. I mean, there should be like a some type of beta build or alpha build for developers, right? So they could practice, or not practice, but just verify that their stuff works. Oh, yes. Yes. That's the view right there. Is the 727 good? Yes, Andy Black. I love the 72, man. I love this airplane. I'm having so much fun in this bird. I'm basically flying it until the Fenix drops because it's all I want to fly. Because when the Fenix drops, we're going to have to go on an Airbus tirade. Oh, you will be happy to notice if you watched the Moza stream yesterday, I was able to adjust something, a setting that I wasn't aware of, that it dead centers the stick now. Before, like if you remember on the Moza software, I was looking at it, it wasn't quite centering. It's because I had the way I had my profile set up, I changed a couple of options and it dead centers every time now, which is really good. And it gets rid of that Fenix ECAM for the calibrate null zone situation. So pretty neat. There'll be more to come on the Moza. It's still early. There's still a lot of things that they want they're trying to get implemented. And I want it to talk natively to the sim. I don't know how they're going to, like, because if you look at the Moza software, it's got, like, FSX, it's got X-Plane, DCS, and all that. I want it to have a Microsoft 2024 setup. That would be kind of neat. Surely it will. Who knows? I suspect the devs might know little effort goes into porting their add-ons. Yeah. I'm thinking of getting the Moza R5 for my birthday this year. Nice, dude. Yeah, Anthony, I'm going to be very careful with what I purchase before, now that it's coming out in 24. We might be able to scrape by the next 3 months just with 727 and 319, 321 content. Excuse me. And 777. I want to fly the 777 again. It's been a while. So we're going to do 777, more 727, and basically 319 and 321 only for the next 3 months. That's basically what we're looking at. I might throw in a Fokker or a BAE in there. Will FS24 work on a 2070? Super good. I don't know, Andy Black. I don't know. I defer a lot of those technical questions to the chat or people in the Discord, because I don't really look at benchmarks and stuff and see what cards are, can pass with it. I try to just go with what card. I always try to future build my computers. So like I'll get a top end graphics card whenever, let's say what was the first one? I remember when the first like GT series came out, and then I'll run that for like a cycle or two, and then I'll get the next one. So I always kind of space them out. I don't always get the new card every time it drops. But yeah, I'm unfamiliar with with that card. I had a 1070 forever, and that thing was awesome. I love that GTX 1070. That was a great card. I ran that thing hard. Ooh, 777 and the freighter. Hey, Robert Randazzo in the chat. Hey, good to see you, man. I cannot wait to use my Boeing Tiller on that 777. Maybe it'll help me not line up like an amateur this time. Probably not, but that's right. Freight ops in the 777, and I haven't flown freight in the sim hardly at all until the 7.2 dropped because it's all we got. But I'm actually really starting to enjoy doing freight streams. So I look forward to doing some 777. You know what? Then we can throw all SOPs out the window in the 777 freighter. We can load that puppy up. Maybe do a little overweight takeoff. I think I'm down. I think that'll be a lot of fun. 777 freighter will be sweet. Yeah, that's the real that's the real Robert Randazzo in the chat. Always a pleasure to see you stop by, man. And I think we all saw on the press release there was an airplane nose behind the 777, and it did not look like a 2-engine airplane. It did not look like a 2-engine airplane, which has got me super excited because I love having more than 2 engines. I got home from Recurrent Friday at 3 a.m. Ooh, then spent last night bouncing the 727 around the Hawaiian Islands all night. Oh, that's cool, man. We got to do, that's a point. We should do some Hawaiian ops in the 7.2. Yeah. Well, hey, at least you fooled them for another year, right? That's what I always say. I had Recurrent the first week of August. I'm like, all right, fooled them for another year or 6 months until I got to get line check. That's awesome, though, man. I feel like I got a clean slate. I did Recurrent 2 weeks ago, and I just got my medical today, which I'm surprised they were open on a Saturday. When I booked online, I was like, really? Is this a bug? And even on maps, it said it was closed, but they were open. So I got my medical and my Recurrent done, and I dropped my September month of flying. I'm all set now. I'm ready to do some hardcore simming, except now the Fenix is going to drop next week when I'm gone. Don't drop that 777 freighter next week. I can't handle 2 releases in 1 week while I'm gone. I prefer 5 or 7 inches. Oh, you're going to be pretty hard to please, Keith B. What CPU do you have along with the 20... Oh, you're talking to him for the CPU. The most important doctor is gone for the next year. Yes. I have Recurrent on the 13th. Good luck. Yeah, good luck on the 13th, man. Hopefully it's not a Friday. If you have Recurrent on Friday the 13th, you might just come down with a little sickness. Study level B-52 when. You know what, Steven? A good buddy of mine. So my first corporate gig, was a word of mouth. A friend of my dad's they were Vietnam buddies, and he flew B-52s in Vietnam. And you had to talk about some stories. You don't think of B-52 flying would be all that crazy, but he had some really, really cool stories. He's passed now, unfortunately, but man, I used to love it, especially as a young aviator coming up, hearing him and then his other buddy. So it was Rick and God, I'm drawing a blank on his name now. Anyway, one flew A4s and F4s. And the other guy flew B-52s, and I would just sit there. My dad would sit there, and they'd all have coffee, and I'd go hang out with them, before I went to the flight school or whatever, and just listen to them tell war stories all morning. I think they had one B-52 that lost like 4 engines and still made it back. Like half the engines. It's crazy stuff. And then my buddy in the A4, he got hit in the fuel tanks, and he basically had a tank all the way back to the carrier, because literally he had a tank all the way, because if he came off the tanker, he'd flame out in a few minutes. So they tanked him all the way back to the ship, and then when they got there, they wouldn't let him land. So he ended up having to punch out. I guess there's something with, if you were certain damage, they wouldn't want you to land on the carrier and foul the deck and cause other damage. So the decision was made that they had to punch out and ditch the bird. But just crazy stories like that, man. He actually had some cool, what's that footage like of the carrier? He had his own tapes and everything. My birthday is on Friday the 13th. All good, McAllen. Yeah, good. All good, man. Study level B29. Hey, AJ, good to see you, man. All right. We're closing in on it, though. We're 105 miles. Our DME2 has picked up the SAP VOR. So after SAP is when we're going to have to go to TALAG. Let's take a look at our SIVA. Our SIVA is 0 to 2. We're going the... Why aren't you in auto? What did I mess up here? Oh, not auto. So that was 1, 2, 3. Let's do waypoint change. 0. Nope. Waypoint change 0, 3. Insert. So we're past that. So we're actually going waypoint 4. Waypoint change 0, 4. Insert. We're passing it right now. I'm wondering why it's not auto sequencing though. Do I need to put this on 4? No, right? That wouldn't do anything. Let's see if it's sequenced to waypoint 5. We'll take a look at it. Our nav, we're actually off the loc, so we need to fix this up here. Let's switch over to the SAP VOR on 13.9. Give ourselves a direct to. I'll tell you what we'll do here. Heading select. Nav loc. Hold on. We have possibly encountered a situation. Did we hit... Are you kidding me? We hit active pause again? How did I hit active pause? How long has active pause been on? Okay, we need an active pause emoji. I gotta get rid of this toolbar or something. I've never hit active pause in my career as a streamer. I've hit it twice. What? How are we hitting active pause? Just when I started to change the SIVA, I was messing around here. So now we're getting further away. So waypoint change 05, insert. Go to waypoint 5, please. Okay, we're tracking inbound of the SAP VOR. We're 87 miles out. Things are looking good. I don't know what that's all about, though. 2 times we active pause. We need to find the guy at Azobo who decided active pause was a good idea. They also decided not to give the user any kindle which active. Exactly, Steven, exactly. Is it the pause button on the keyboard? I didn't hit the pause button. Yeah, it's up there. I didn't hit it. What I want to know is why can't I get rid of this? I should be able to do custom toolbar. All I want is the camera and weather. I don't want weight and balance. I can get rid of that, right? No, you can't even get rid of that. I don't want weight and balance. I don't want active pause. I just want camera and weather. That's it. I must have hit it on the toolbar on accident, messing around. Yeah. How's the tiller? Oh, the tiller is fantastic, man. I absolutely love the tiller. Take a look at it here in flight. There she is. Now, problem is now I'm gonna have to get another camera, so that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras, so I don't have to keep moving it around. But great piece of kit, and you can actually see the way I have it mounted right below. Oh, I can't move it that far down. I actually have my Airbus tiller below it. So Cat 3 design, Boeing tiller. You can actually get this in tan or gray, beige, the one that I have right here. So you can get either or. USB plug and play. All you got to do is calibrate it on your desktop and then bind it to the nose wheel steering axis and you're done. And then you have a little hat switch up here on the top. You got 4, I think it's 4 all the way around. Little hat switch, no push button. So +1 for Flow Pro. You know what, John? I did see a British Av Geek running Flow Pro, and I might have to look into it, man. I might have to look into it. Flow Pro is a streamer's angel. Yeah, Dougal. I might have to look into it, man. It might be time. It might be time. LA JFK stress test? Are you talking about for the 319 flight? Gosh, I wish I could do a stress test Sunday night. Let me check. What time do I report on Monday? I don't like doing a long haul before I go on a trip. I feel like, I don't know, it just feels wrong. I feel like long hauls should be when I have a lot of days off. I don't start till 2 o'clock. We're definitely going to have to do a cross-country 319, 321 release party. We're going to fly the 319 first, but then maybe we'll take the 321. We'll take the 321 cross-country. We'll go like LA to LA LaGuardia. That would be a spicy one. Out of the 19, 20, 21, which has the best thrust reduction? Well, it depends. Theoretically, the 321 would have the best because it has the less derated thrust. It's got the most thrust output. So if you went for a Toga takeoff in the 321 and then went straight to climb without pausing or without a slow reduction, theoretically, as a passenger, you would hear it the best if you were sitting right by the engine, because it has more thrust than the 19. The 19 is derated. However, from a cockpit perspective, the 19 is definitely the most loud. The 319 it's a very aggressive experience from up front, especially if you don't have noise canceling headphones. I recently got, well, I say recently, it's been almost a year now that I've been flying with my Pro Flights, and I used to not really think anything of it. Well, the battery was dead on one of my last trips, and I was in a 319, and when we took off, I thought the airplane was coming apart. It never bothered me before, but I was so used to having noise canceling that when the battery was dead, I'm like, oh, I'll just use it without noise canceling. It's fine. I do it on the 20s, 21s, and Neos. It's not really that big of a deal. 319 takeoff. It wasn't a Toga, but it was a very low flex. It was pretty much right at the limit. I think we're like 12 degrees below having to go to Toga. So it was a pretty high thrust takeoff. And man, I was like, this is loud. So I immediately changed the batteries when I got to cruise. Not on the 19, A-Rot. No XLR, no charging cable on the 19s. Some of the ships do, some don't. But I just run the battery. So I have a perfect setup. I use lithium rechargeable batteries, and I throw them in there, and then I have the other two charging. When they're fully charged, I put them in the case, and then because I can charge off the USB hub there. So it works out. Just alternate rechargeable batteries. All right, we should probably start looking at a couple of other things here because we are getting towards the end of our flight. So after we hit SAP, we got to join the 145 for 76 miles. So I'm going to set my heading mode to 145. Or no, that's a lie. We don't do that. Approximately 145. We're going to be naviging to Talag, which is going to be waypoint 8. And then we need to set up for some sort of an RNAV arrival. Or excuse me, not an RNAV, some sort of non-RNAV arrival, which is going to be VOR runway 2 or 20. Let's take a look at the weather. Hayden J. Robbins, thanks for the £2 donation, man. Appreciate you. Stream makes today a good day. Speed bed. Hayden J. Robbins, I really appreciate your support, man. Thank you for that. I appreciate the £2 donation, my man. Very awesome. Okay, weather in Toncontin, 030 at 7. So 030, we're going to land on runway 02, which is the juice one. So VOR runway 2, we're going to pin it. This is all we got. Toncontin is 12.3. Let's put that in standby. Or let's put it in nav 2 active. Are we picking it up yet? No. We're not picking up Toncontin. So we have 12.3 set up though in nav 2 DME in case we need it or when we will need it. We're going to fly over the VOR, track outbound, procedure turn. 9,000 feet. Okay, 9,000 feet is where we want to be over the VOR. We're currently at 28,000 feet. Let's do a VNAV calculation because I don't want to do it. 9,000. We need to do it at 60 miles. So according to our calculations, 60 miles from Toncontin is when we need to start down. If we look at our flight plan, from SAP to Talag is 76 miles. So to be safe, as soon as we hit the VOR of SAP, we'll start down, start trickling down to 9,000, and that'll set us up nicely. That'll give us a couple miles, 10 miles or so to slow up to 250 knots. Actually slow up more than that once we cross over that VOR too. The frequency is going to be 22.8. That's all we're worried about. The minimum's coming in here. CAT CD aircraft is 2313. 2313. So put that away. We'll start looking at this. We'll scroll you all the way up, almost all the way up on the rad out. Oh, A-Rod, yeah, you're spoiled, man. You got to plug in. We don't have the plugs on a lot of them. I'd say it's rare. Is the 319 really feeling underpowered after takeoff until like 5:10? What do you mean final light? No, the 319 does not feel underpowered at all, man. 319 flies great. Even loaded down, she flies good. When she's light, hang out. It's a lot of fun. Now, it's no MD-11 fun or 727 fun, but in the world of mid-airliner flying, 319 is about as exciting as it gets. Now, lightly loaded, it is pretty fun. A 321 empty or virtually empty, also really, really fun. Do Airbus pilots do thrust increases after a low flex takeoff? If so, you can do it and you fly the bus again. Do thrust increase after? No, Romero, no. So there's no increase of thrust after takeoff. No increase of thrust. You're either going to be taking off at climb thrust or really close to climb thrust. So when you bring the thrust levers into the climb detent, they stay there. You're at climb thrust, and then it's going to continue to accelerate to the cost index climb out speed. So you don't hear an increase of thrust when you come out of your flex. Your flex cannot be, your takeoff thrust cannot be below your climb thrust. If you want thoughts on the SkyWest diverting to Jax for not being qualified, as a captain yourself, would you ever make that PA you weren't qualified? What are you referring to? I have not heard that at all. I'm unfamiliar with that. Let's go ahead and engage heading mode, 145, and we're going to go waypoint change 07, insert. Desired track is 143. That matches. We're going to nav it up to AUXNAV. AUXNAV. We'll turn off for now. So we're RNAVing to Talag, 142 approximately. Distance is 71 miles. Hold on, I'm going to get back to that.
Bank angle.
Bank angle check.
Bank angle.
For the Bourbon funds, going on my first relay 340-600 flight to Hong Kong next week, hoping to get some looks at the flight deck. I've been flying the Tiller in the sim all week because I'm so excited. 727 is juice, but 4 engines beat.
4 engines beats 3. Captain Meow, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Very kind of you for that 727 bank angle check. Well, enjoy your flight in the A340 going to Hong Kong. That ought to be fun, man. 340 to Hong Kong. I bet you it's going to be a longer route than Dallas to Milwaukee. So enjoy it, man. That's awesome. Take some pictures. Post them in the Discord. Thank you so much for that super chat. And Migs dropping a 10 Canadian super chat as well. Good day, Captain. What would you like to see in 24 more than anything else? QL improvements, more detailed terrain, new aircraft. Here's to a good approach in the Toncontin. Thank you so much for that super chat, Migs. Appreciate you. In 24, I would like to see ground handling improved greatly by default, like the feeling of inertia and then crosswinds. So in the sim, when you apply a correct crosswind technique, the airplane drifts upwind, which is not possible. Well, yeah, it's really not possible to physics. It shouldn't be happening. It's going against the way it should go. So handling on and near the ground. So whether that's friction, inertia, and then low or ground effect, that's where I really want to see some improvements the most. And then secondly, probably more detailed terrain in some places, like updated imagery and stuff, especially South America. South America is so awesome to fly around, but a lot of the imagery is not that high quality, unfortunately. So I don't know if there's a way around that or if they can fix that, but yeah, those would be a couple items that I would be looking after. But thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that $10 super chat. Yeah, Jackson Hole is a special qual airport. Yes, it is. I'm not sure SkyWest quals the op specs, but they were en route. So they took off to a special qual airport, and then the captain made a PA saying he's not qualified to land there. Okay, so he's obviously a new captain, because like you said, or somebody said in the chat, yeah, don't say that, because the general public does not know what you mean by that. Special qual, all he means, he's not SOP compliant. So he could have been a reserve captain. He could have been throwing on a crappy trip that he didn't bid for or anything like that. It's not his fault that he's on it. It's actually the company's responsibility to make sure that he is. It's their responsibility as well as his responsibility to know that they're going to a special qual airport and schedule accordingly. But at SkyWest, the captain only lands at Jack, so I don't know why he even took off. Yeah, so he should know, right? So if it's a captain only airport, and it's been that way, then he should know, obviously, that it's captain only. So he hasn't been qualified to land there. He hasn't done either the training in the simulator or whatever required. It could be a timing required. I don't know what their SOPs are. I don't know what qualifies them to land there. We do have some special qual airports where I work, and I can name them all for you.
Bank angle.
Like you know where there's special qual.
Your 727 flights into Toncontin will always be special for me.
Dougal McTavish, the last time we flew a 7-2 in a Toncontin, you're absolutely right. The Sim Wings. Hey, hit the like button if you remember the Sim Wings 727 flight. That was awesome, man. Dougal McTavish, thank you for that $20 bank angle check, my man. I really appreciate the support. Been here since the beginning. We've had a lot of fun together. We've had some good memories on this channel here together, Dougal. I appreciate that. Yes, the Simwing 727 flight. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'll check the screenshots for sure, Dougal. I'll check them out, man. Yeah, the transition between flight model and ground handling is jarring at times. Going to be interesting to see how it's over. Yes, Migs. Yeah, I'd like to see them change that up. All right, it looks like we have the Toncontin VOR in nav 2, 54 miles out. That's good. Let's get it ready. 12.3. We'll set up 12.3 over here for the VOR. We'll put that. Oh, this must be a bug because it's only lit up on the wrong. It's lit up on the wrong side. This should be lit up. Interesting. Some other little bug. All right, that's direct. Let's go direct to the VOR. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Navloc. We're going to track direct to the Toncontin VOR. We're still descending at 9,000 feet. And it's almost time to do some approach checklists. Let's get rid of all these. Let's get out. This is better than having to do Navigraph, I think, because the Navigraph on screen is kind of, I forget it sometimes. So VOR 2 will full screen you up. VOR, we're going to track outbound on the 199. 199 outbound is what we're doing for a procedure turn, right turn, and then back. Procedure turns at 7 DME. All right. We ready? Are you ready, chat? Sounds are coming up. We're 13.9 for 9,000. We're 43 miles from the VOR. We're well ahead of schedule. We're looking good. Descent checks. What is our landing altitude? I never set that. The landing elevation is 3,300 feet. Pressurization is going to be off schedule. Maybe we caught it in time. 33. All right, VOR, we're loc. We'll put you back on VLOC. Altitude hold mode off. There we go, looking good. People heard that and started freaking out. Of course, the media isn't helping out. The media is not going to help. So that's a very interesting scenario. I was not aware that happened. That's crazy. It wasn't high mins. It was VMC all day. It wasn't weather. Dispatcher not verifying the captain was checked out, is my guess. Captain could have been rerouted after a long day. Maybe I forgot about the qual. I don't know how you forget about the qual, but I'm not going to sit here and say it's impossible to forget. I mean, there have been some crazy days. I really don't know. You know, he could have been a victim of the system of scheduling, you know, and maybe last minute he gets set, okay, hey, you're operating this flight, boom. They set up, they take off, and then he realizes as he's reviewing his charts, well, this is special qual. Now, at that point, yeah, you wouldn't make a PA about that. I would, let me just start slowing up there too. Auto throttle off, disengage, power's coming to idle. Toncontin radar, it's okay. It'll be a little bit fast here, below 10. Horn cut out, spool brakes are coming out. 1,000 to level off, speed brakes are out. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can do in that scenario. Messaging, dispatch, what do you want to do? We're going to set up a diversion, and then just make something up for the passengers. Because while it's not like some crazy, oh, this guy's not qualified to fly an airplane, which I'm sure is what a lot of people were thinking, just come up with something a little less aggressive and then deal with it, you know. Saying that you're not qualified to land the airplane that's a big one. All right, we're 250 knots. We're slowing down. I've got the thrust levers now. Yeah, after takeoff, it was be the captain's fault for sure. Yeah, they're both fully responsible. Scheduling should not have put him on that pairing or that leg, and then he should have definitely known before takeoff where he's going into. Where were they, Jackson? So where were they going from? Where did they take off from? So if he's flying to Jackson Hole, was it Chicago? That's why I see how long the flight was. I mean, if it's a short flight, I mean, you're probably going to look at the approach stuff as well. All right, let's make some radio calls here.
Mexican 195, we're going to be crossing Tally, exiting the hole deck, continuing with the RNAV 02.
Let's get our cam up online and running here. Toncontin traffic, Jet USA 357, 9,000 feet, 20 miles from the Toncontin VOR. We're going to overfly to the VOR 02, Toncontin traffic. 250 knots, we're 9,000 feet. We leveled off a little bit early. How's our fuel? Let's do a fuel check. 12,000 pounds of gas. Chat, don't forget, if you do like 727 content, make sure you hit that like button. That way we can keep flying 727. Not even 200 likes. Pretty mid. Pretty mid. I was going to drop a trip and fly the Fenix for you when it released, but since you guys don't seem to be enjoying the content, I guess I'll just go to work. Does only one person having to do the landing have to be qualified for it, or do both crew have to? Quarter page. Only one. If it's a special qual airport, then the captain will only be qualified to do that. So, for example, to do a special qual airport that maybe because of a short runway. So let's just say going into, I don't know, what's a short runway less than 5,000? Burbank, or not Burbank? What's it? John Wayne? Going into John Wayne, you know, I know it's special qual for some airlines and some airlines it's not, but it's because it's landing on a runway less than 5,000 feet. So in order to be qualified, the captain has to do that in the sim before he can be released to the line. So during a recurrent or an initial upgrade training, he will do that approach at some point, which will then qualify him per the company. Special qual is for company procedures, not FAA procedures. The FAA, I mean, they don't care who's landing, whether it's captain or the FO. It's the company that dictates what airports are going to be special qual. And then that crew member will train on it and then be qualified to land on it. How long does it get qualified to land at an airport? Very quick. You just land there in the sim one time and you're good to go. Most of the time. When does the 19 and 21 drop? Farmer Joe, Phoenix said next week. So I go to work on Monday. So it's either going to be Monday or it's going to be Friday. Because I go to work on Friday as well. Which I'm really trying to drop that Friday trip, which is why, but I don't want to. Because I need to pick something else up. That's why I'm hawking the open time.
714, what's your speed?
I haven't seen anything drop in yet. I could do a trip on the 22nd. Ugh. Stack them up on the 22nd. Be done on Saturday. Oh, that's crazy. It's the same 2-day trip that I have. It's just a day prior.
Toncontin traffic, USA 714.
If I stack up my trips and come back Saturday, I would do that. But I would need a mirror to be like, hey, we're going to release it on Saturday. Then I would do that. I'm not going to do it willy-nilly. All right, here we go. We're 9 miles from the VOR. It's time to pay attention. Sounds are 15.
We're back to count 195. We're going to slow down to 180.
Let's pull out our EFB, or chart. 9,000, descend to 8,000 outbound on the 199. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make this go into heading select mode, and I'm going to dial in course 199 so I don't forget, or I'll have it ready to go once we change over. It'll be a slight right turn outbound 199. And then we're taking that out to 7 DME for the PT, which will be a right turn and then a left turn in. This is actually kind of cool doing this at daytime here so you can see the terrain which you're actually flying around. Gosh, I love that livery. This is Silky Smooth's livery, right? It's Hughes by Horizon. I think that's put out by Silky Smooth. All right, we're getting the cone of confusion, the to from flip. We're actually going right over the airport now. close to it. I know there's a freeware Toncontin that I did not download, so we're going to have trees on our final approach right here, which is going to be very spicy. But there she is. That's where we're landing. VOR circle to 2. All right, we're getting over the top. Course 199. 199 selected, and there's the flip. Start the turn outbound. Let's go ahead and start reducing speed. Let's come all the way back to about 180 if we can. I should have slowed down before hitting the turn. Way too fast over the top of the VOR. Toncontin traffic, USA Jet 357 over the top of Toncontin outbound on the VOR 2 circle, or correction, VOR 2 full procedure. Alright, slow to 200 knots. Let's get those slats out. Yeah, see, when I hit, that was one flap click, and it like did all 3 of them. That was interesting. We also need to set 8,000. Arm, IAS hold, 200 knots. Down we go. Tracking outbound with the heading bug now. We're on course 199. 1,000 to level off. I'm not using the flight director anymore. We'll turn it off. I'll also do a crew manager approach checklist. We'll get the lights. Oh, there's a night mode? I didn't know that. Yeah, he's getting the lights and everything for us.
Toncontin traffic Jet USA, we're also doing the VOR for runway 2. Currently we're going inbound to a
That's 7 DME. It's right turn 244. There's 8,000. I'm going to keep slowing back to about 180 knots. Flaps 5. There's 7. Right turn 244. Here we go. Flaps 15. Yeah, flaps are all jacked up. Flap sounds are. All right, there's 180. Power it up. Spin our course for our inbound 019. It'll be our inbound course. Somebody start the clock. We're outbound for 1 minute. I see the second hand there. Speed, speed, speed. Man, this is a handful. 019 inbound. Speed, speed, speed. Need a flight engineer. All right, 019 inbound is set. We're at 8,000 feet. We're 30 seconds in. Migs, that would be awesome. Well, you know what? I think Moza is working on force feedback or motorized thrust levers, right? Isn't that what they had at the expo? If I'm not mistaken, I think they had motorized thrust levers at the expo. All right, we're approaching 1 minute. And now it's a left turn, 064. Left turn, 064. Back to intercept. Oh, that was cool. Let's start the recording now. Recording is on. You know what we need? We need the auto throttle system though, like the Bravo. Not a military motorized one. Like if the Bravo was motorized, could you imagine? .064 to intercept. Toncontin traffic, USA Jet 357, 8,000 feet, procedure turn inbound, VOR 02, Toncontin traffic. All right, I can already see the CDI is coming alive. Keep turning, baby, keep turning. We're getting ready to take command here if we overshoot this. I think we'll be right on it. That's a pretty darn good procedure turn. I must say, for as tired as I am, our DME arc and our full procedure approach here, we're spot on. Look at that. Spot on. A little bit of a wind correction. I'm going to set 030 there. Looks like as we came out of the turn, it started to get away from us. 019 inbound at 7 DME. We can descend 6,700. 6,700 is set. We're waiting for 7 DME. Now that we're tracking inbound, we'll go navloc inbound.
Toncontin traffic Jet USA 714 8,000 feet. Turning inbound, heading 019 for VOR.
Gosh, I love the 727. How freaking cool. I just love looking at the 72. It's just a beautiful airplane, man. The three best Boeing airplanes: 727, 747, 757. Everything else is mid. Mix, thanks for the $2 super chat. Mandatory amazing DME arc tip. Maybe I'll make that an emoji. Amazing DME arc. Appreciate you, Mix. Thanks for the $2 super chat, man. Alright, so it looks like with our crosswind correction, just a hair off. About 020 on the heading is keeping us tracking in. That's pretty much bang on. Not much wind at all. Alright, there is 7 miles. We're 160. Let's do an altitude arm. I need to bind these up. That would be really cool. IIS hold. Power's coming back. Let's drop down 300 feet. My camera's kind of off here. And then we are... Yeah, we can go ahead and descend all the way down. So autopilot's coming off. Runway's in sight. Let's go ahead and dress. Is that it? Yeah, runway's in sight. Gear down. Let's lower that nose. If you can see it below the nose, you can land on it in the 7.2. Go around altitude if we have to go is 65. And it's basically 009. I need to set my landing bugs. Flaps 40. Set EPR, set speeds. We're done. Runway's in sight. Oh, a little bit bumpy coming on with these mountains here.
Traffic, Toncontin for 8 mile final.
.com, huh? Who's flying as .com today? Watch this. We'll go ahead and get a little sync rate check. Sync rate check. Oh, yes. We need to come down. Can you use speed brakes? I don't think you can. No, you can't use speed brakes with the flaps extended. Look at this descent, though. I'm just at idle thrust. Now we go, baby. Flaps 40 for the win. Alright, we're going to watch the replay. I can just focus on flying here. Watch the replay. Toncontin traffic, USA Jet 357, short final 02. Toncontin.
1,000.
We're actually stable, minus the sync rate of 2,000. I got a little lollygag there on the approach. Should have kept coming down.
Sync rate.
Sync rate check.
500.
That's the mountain right there.
400.
Sync rate check. We're still showing 4 whites.
300.
Sync rate.
Sync rate check.
Sync rate.
Sync rate check.
Sync rate.
Sync rate check. I need to get down.
Sync rate.
Sync rate check.
300.
Sync rate.
Sync rate check.
Sync rate.
200.
Is it because it's below 1,000 feet per minute? Maybe that's why.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
100. 100.
Toncontin traffic,
50,
Toncontin
40, 30,
3 mile final,
20,
runway 03.
10.
Come on. Oh, don't float it.
Toncontin traffic Jet USA 714 final runway 2 of 4 miles.
I'm going to call ABS on variable at 3 knots. That Pappy has to be broken. But variable at 3, I'm going to call yes on that one there. Whew. Did I see a Clipper 7.4? Hold on. Let's clear the runway. Someone's on the circle. Look, look, look. Someone's circling right now.
Toncontin traffic,
747.
We're short line from Toncontin
Toncontin traffic, .com 254 vacating runway 06.
The .com cut off the 7.2. That's awesome. All right, let's clean it up. Flaps are coming up. Lights. Let's stop the replay. Is that other 7.2 landing? It looks like it. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Ooh, that's a bounce. Is he still airborne? Or is it just a scenery thing? That must be a scenery thing. Yeah, because he's like 3 feet off the ground. Yeah, I think everyone's running a slightly different scenery than me. You know what I should have disabled? I should have disabled ground procs on that. Can you not? I can't disable it, I guess. Should have disabled ground procs when I
Tango
approach.
Golf 015 for the RNP 02. We should stick with the head of it.
Alright, .com, keep it moving. I want your scenery if it has that clipper. No, that's not part of the scenery, Dougal. That's that's somebody in a 7.4. Look at that. That's so funny. Oh, that's funny, man. Good luck getting out of here. I hope you're empty. I mean, you could probably get out of here empty, for sure. I mean, I don't know. I guess people underestimate big airplanes with if they're empty. But as far as a fully functional flight on Pan Am, like, you ain't taking that thing to San Francisco out of here, that's for sure.
Traffic heavy, say 827, missed on the left downwind, runway 02 is 300 from the next traffic.
Respect to the pilot that landed the Pan Am 74. Yep. Mad respect, dude. Oh, that's awesome. This is the ramp I want to look at. We're going to park next to it. I'm pretty sure we're just going to taxi under the tail. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A mile. Oh, I can see that. I think that's that Mexicana up there, too. This will be perfect. We'll turn around and park and see the approach. I don't know, that kind of looks like a 727 out there circling, doesn't it? Alright, having a Boeing Tiller is way more fun than having an Airbus Tiller. Having a Boeing Tiller, way more fun. Yeah, that's a 7.2 on the circle.
Constant traffic, Mexicana 195. We're on the final track before our left turn, about 5 miles.
Brakes are set. Let's see the 7.2. That 7.2 came off the R&P, so it's got GPS. Ooh, that looked like a pretty good landing, though. That was pretty good. Pretty good landing. Pretty good landing. Look at this ramp. We're going to screenshot this. Screenshot. I don't know why I parked at the terminal. I just realized I parked at the terminal. Doesn't matter. Screenshot. He wants me to cut engines, but we got to watch the replay. Ain't nobody got time.
Traffic, Mexicana 195, BR, 2 miles, left turn.
Ain't nobody got time to cut engines. Let's watch this Mexicana 319 come in. He's on the final as well. We'll watch this Mexicana 319, then we're going to hit replay mode, and then I gots to go. Walk-off boxes. Alright, this was that Mexican. Oh, there he is. There he is. There's El Jefe. Oh, let's go full screen cam for this. I love that Mexicana livery. Maybe first flight 319 Mexicana? Is that going to be included? Here it comes. All right, let's put it on the markers. Look at that 319 pure juice turn. You know what? I think the 319 might be the best looking 320 series aircraft. I think it's better than the 321. Just looks cooler. 321 has an identity crisis with the 7.5. 320 is mid. 319 is just where it's at. Look at that. Look at that sporty little thing. Oh my gosh, don't stall it, bro. Ooh, float it out, float it out. When in doubt, float it out. Unless he's landing on the other scenery, which is about 3 feet higher, I think. Nope, he's floating it out. He's floating it out. He's going around. He's going around. He's going around.
Mexicana 195 going around.
Did you see a gear animation? Oh, look at the gear animation. That was really quick. Wow. We scared him off, chat. That was zippy, right? Look at this ramp. I don't want to disconnect because I don't want to lose the clipper. Look at this other 7.5. Man, I wish I could see the liveries on the 7.5s. All right, I gotta go. I got barbecue to do, so we're gonna disconnect from VATSIM. Zippy had his one attempt. I'm gonna disconnect. Maybe by the time we come back, he'll be on final. Let's throw it into replay mode here. So I'm gonna go idle, brakes are off. Here we go. I'm gonna reset the camera before I forget. Camera reset. Replay's coming on. Gear handle's coming up. Pause, run it forward. Right about here. I'll let it load in for a minute. Gear handle's coming down. Flaps are coming in. Zippy, did we make you nervous? Oh no, not disconnect from VATSIM, my bad. Iveo Premium, Hayden. Iveo Premium, sorry. It's just hard, 10 years of saying VATSIM, it's hard to just stop. Definitely Iveo Premium. Yeah, our flap sounds, A-Rot. A-Rot, need a hot fix for the flap sounds, dude. Need a hot fix for the flap sounds. Unflyable, I'm uninstalling. Uninstalling because the flap sounds are bugged. Just because you bugged the flap sounds, I'm going to fly 777 tomorrow. Alright, so I'm pretty sure... I would imagine that on this approach, if you had a company procedure, it would say GPWS disable for this approach when the runway's in sight. Because if you don't disable that, you're gonna be getting that the whole way down. But I mean, flaps 40 on a 727 was known for, guys would say that, you know, if it's below the nose, you can land on it. Look at that. And those pappies, they had to be off too. But also the scenery is off because there's not these trees here and everything. So it's kind of, it's a really awesome approach, but it's kind of mid in the sim because we don't have proper scenery. And I screwed up that descent angle. 777 and a Toncontin. Ooh. If I can get a 777 and a Toncontin, then Robert Randazzo's got to spill the beans on the secret project. Oh, that actually was a pretty dang good landing. Hold on. This actually was a butter. Let's look at this. Let's analyze this. I lowered the wing to find the runway. Oh yeah, that wasn't hard at all. Was that a hop, little skip hop? Might have had just a little skip. Hey, for Microsoft Flight Sim variable at 3, I'll take it. I'll never talk. Alright, I tried. Maybe 777 out of Toncontin. Maximum thrust takeoff. Alright, y'all. I'm going to wind it back. Actually, no, before I wind it back, let's put the camera on this hill. See it fly over. We'll sit on this rock right here. Oh, this actually might be a sweet angle. Turn that off. Let's go back. All right. Here it comes. Where's my sounds? Outside sounds need some work. Oh, look how beautiful that scenery is. Look at that crosswind. There's no way at variable at 3. No way. No way variable at 3. All right. Where's that 319 at? Let's connect. Connect back to that airplane. Oh, I see him on the circle. Should we wait for him? He's on the circle, chat. Let's wait for him. Let's scurry off the runway. Let's go back to this mode. All right. PMDG Falcon when? That would be something, PC24. Falcon 50. Falcon 50 from PMDG. Or Jetstream. Bring back the Jetstream. We want Jetstream. All right, here comes the 319. Let's give him some dramatic music. Let's see if we can jinx him into going around again. I can't see the screen. Hold on. Is he going to go around, chat? He looks high. He's way higher than we were. Oh, sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Check. Oh, hang on to it. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, That's a bounce. High bounce. High bounce. Go around. High bounce. High bounce. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's saving it. He's saving it. Oh, this is not going to end well, chat. He's down. He's committed. Let me bring the camera in. Wow. Wow. He made it. All right. That's too funny. Zippy made it. King of the bounce. Someone call Blanco Lirio. Kablamo. All right. Oh boy, I just screwed up the camera. I'm gonna reset. I'm gonna give you guys one last one to watch on the way in here on the turn. You guys can enjoy this. Let me set the camera back up on the wing. And that's that. So, last replay. I'm out of here. I have to go home and get cooking because it's still probably 100 degrees outside. All right. Enjoy this one on the way in, chat. Thank you all for hanging out with me today on this Saturday afternoon. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We will try to be back. I'm going to try to be back live tomorrow. Probably 777 because A-Rot screwed up the flap sounds on the 727. So, and I want to try my Boeing Tiller on the triple. Zippy's down and safe, although he's shaking a little bit. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for the super chats, bank angle checks, hitting the like button. Really appreciate y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. That's going to do it. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. Through.
South 50 traffic, Envoy 3497 RNA.